Nu.
Nu, så.
Hi guys, this is Cassie here, and I have been invited to Germany by Mercedes-Benz to test drive their brand new trucks, to experience them, to see what's new, what kind of features do they have. This one is a bit too unmodern, so we're gonna be looking for a few newer trucks. So not this one either. Maybe not this one. We should find something newer and maybe bigger. Ah yes, here we have it! This is the brand new Actros L from Mercedes-Benz. And I am gonna test drive this and see how it is to work with, how it is to drive, how comfortable is it. It has the brand new digital mirrors. How is that to drive with compared to normal mirrors? And I'm gonna check it out. But first, there is one more truck we're about to see today. So check it out! So, here we have the brand new electric truck from Mercedes-Benz. It's called the eActros. It is run purely on electricity, and I am going to compare it to how a normal diesel truck works and how it feels to drive. So let's take a look. It is strange, it is so silent, this truck.
Yes, absolutely. We are taking the first
Left?
to the left, yes. And then we are going to go on, it's not really a motorway, or it's not the Autobahn, but it's a purely motorway. So when you drive on it, you can really go and try and hit the pedal and drive as fast as you can to just go on the real road.
Okay.
Yeah?
It's making very futuristic sounds.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit like a tram sometimes.
Yeah.
Just go for it. Just go, 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 go.
Full speed.
Faster!
I'm at the economy mode maybe.
Yeah, but you can press kick down.
Oh, the kick down.
So yeah, it will stop at the 85, and you can use the kick down to really overrule that.
Oh, cool.
And here on this road we have 80 as the speed limit, and then when we drive on the normal highway or on the normal roads, it's 60 for the trucks.
Okay. So I've driven a Mercedes once, and I've tried these mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
It takes some getting used to.
Yes. Yeah, it's a little bit strange if you're not driving that every day. And I believe there are in some applications, people prefer the mirrors when you drive in very narrow roads in the inside of a city.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's easier if you're doing that.
It's very comfortable to drive, I must say. It just lays smoothly on the road.
Yeah, I think it's like very easy. It's like driving a car, really a passenger car.
Oh.
It's like, in my opinion, if you start driving electric, you don't want to go back because it's so silent and so easy.
Yeah, I agree. So is that the charge of the battery? Is it gonna go down when it's raining?
Yeah, exactly. And it shows you that now we are using energy, and maybe you can use the engine brake a little bit. If you can, yeah. Then you see it's going to recharge.
Oh.
It's regenerating when you use either, also if you press a little bit your foot on the brake, you also directly, it's not, or the whole braking system is totally integrated into the energy management of the truck. So you regen as much as possible with the braking.
So the braking energy doesn't go to waste
Exactly.
as much. It's very cool.
So especially when you're driving uphill and downhill, of course you're losing energy when you're going uphill because it needs more. But then you really get a lot of energy back when you're driving downhill, something you don't have when you're driving with a normal diesel truck.
It's accelerating so smoothly.
It only has 2 gears. It shifts to the second gear at approximately 30 to 35 kilometers per hour. It just gives you the possibility to have good acceleration in the low speed and then good energy efficiency at the high speed.
The test drive went really good, even if I was a bit shy in the beginning. My instructor was really nice and professional, and she told me a lot about the truck and its features. I got to test the eActros for a few hours in real traffic with motorways and city driving. It's a very comfortable truck to drive, and with only 2 gears, the driving felt seamless, and the acceleration was incredible. And I also get to try a new way of driving. One pedal drive. This type of driving works best in city traffic, where there are lots of speed differences. You simply drive with the help brake activated and you use the gas pedal for more or less acceleration. And the goal is to not use the brake pedal at all. This type of driving can be very fuel efficient if you get the hang of it, as it charges up the battery with the brake power. But don't forget that the brake pedal must be used too every once in a while, to keep it in good condition. It was very cool to test this type of driving, but I think I personally prefer it the standard way. And it's nice to be able to test it like out in traffic instead of only a like test track. Because it is a difference.
That's true. In the beginning, when we had the first trucks made and we did not have a street permission for them, the people were only allowed to drive on our test track. And then I was so happy when the truck was driving fast. And I was like, yay, it's driving on the test track, it's so great. And then our engineers started saying, no, it's boring. We need to test it on the real road, and we need to have traffic, and we need to have hills and mountains and bends and whatever. And I was like, what? It's true. It's only so much you can do on this artificial roads, and then this is the real thing. And also, one of our colleagues driving going with the other eActros, he's from customer testing department. So we also have 4 eActros at customers today. So they still have prototypes, and they are doing test driving for us to really show how the real usage is of these trucks, and not only for us what we think of. So we also have one garbage truck, and we can never really demonstrate how people are collecting garbage, right? This is something you really need to do in real life.
Yeah.
Now we're just following the road.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you know Angelica Larsson?
Yeah.
Yeah, I drove last time in September. I drove with her.
Yeah.
Or she drove me. So like you drive me now. So for me now, all Swedish truckers are female.
Yeah. Exactly.
Now we can hear the cabin.
Yeah. Those sounds that just vanish with the engine sound mostly.
Yes. Exactly.
Or normally.
Here?
That's the charging.
That's the charging plug.
Yeah.
Here's the charger. We are going to charge CCS on that side.
Yeah.
We are accepting that it's for free. We can maybe also change it to English if you want to. English. So now it's telling us, okay, we can connect. We need to. Do you want to do it? And I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
So it's like that?
that's like it.
Yeah.
Now we are waiting. It's establishing the connection, and then the color here is going from yellow, hopefully very soon to green.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always good signs, noises here, click, click, click. Now it's green. So when it's green pulsing,
Yeah.
it's the sign for charging.
Perfect. So does it charge up to 80 or?
Yeah, I think we put in a charging limit currently at 80%. The reason why we are not charging fully, then you have more regeneration space in the battery.
Yeah.
When you start driving, if you have left some space there, and on the other hand, yeah, it's a little bit more battery friendly. So if you're not charging it fully every time, it gives you a little bit more lifetime of the battery.
Oh, I see.
We can have a look here. It's currently charging with a little bit more than 160. It's with 174 kilowatt.
Yeah.
So it's quite powerful already.
So it's like 1 minute left for like 9% loading.
No, this is, we are loading.
Oh,
since
we have been
1
loading
minute.
like.
Yeah, sorry. No, unfortunately it does not show you here how long it takes. It only shows you how much energy is delivered
Okay.
and how long it charged. And now it's showing you here is the current limit. But if we have a look now in the truck, we can see how long it will take until it's fully charged.
Okay.
So if you just go in.
Yeah.
And have a look at the, you see something? The ignition. We have the charger plugged, so we cannot just drive because we would pull out the charger.
So now you see, when you push the charging limit, you can change the charge percent.
Oh,
Yes?
so you can
And
increase.
here
Yeah.
you see also when it's fully charged.
5-6 minutes.
Yeah, but then it's not fully, but it's reaching the charging limit. So it's reaching the 80%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Stop charging. Yes. Do we click finish or?
No, just
Click. Nice.
very good.
Yeah, it's done.
It's done.
Perfect.
So we're going there where the sign is with no foot.
Peasants. Pedestrians.
No persons, yeah. No persons without trucks. And then we stop in front of the.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
It's like an airport.
Yeah. Be careful when they are blinking, they might be stopping immediately. So don't be behind them.
Okay.
I think they might be testing.
Is he gonna crash in the
Stop.
car?
Oh shit.
Oh.
That was probably an automatic.
Should I go right?
Yeah.
Very
And just
cool.
go. Turbo boost. Kick down. Go for it.
Ah, fuck!
Oh, it's okay.
This is insane.
Just you need to be careful because there are basically the normal road rules applying here,
Yeah.
but you can overtake from each of the sides. So it depends on where people are coming from. You have to be careful on the right and on the left.
Okay.
Oh. That was it.
Wow.
I hope you had your happy face also. Once more.
It feels. Go.
Do I have to go like fast?
Yeah, otherwise you are falling slowly down. If you're not
Yeah.
fast enough.
My heart is racing. That was scary.
I'm sweating.
Now we hit the
please.
No.
It's supposed to be also working.
That's the line.
That's the line.
Yeah. So how fast should I be?
Up there, 80.
80 something. Wow. I was not prepared for this.
Can I take a video of you?
Yeah,
And say
definitely.
you're enjoying yourself here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, I'm having such a freaking great time. I'm so hyped. This is
Okay,
insane.
go for it! Yay! Woohoo!
Go fast enough to not fall down on the side. That's perfect. Oh my god. I'm like shaking. Wow.
Wow, this is trippy.
Yeah.
My
Are you scared?
Okay.
my heart skips a jump.
Yeah, same. Wow.
Okay. Before, so we go one more through here,
Yeah.
and then
We exit on the other side.
yeah, exactly. We will go out on the other side, and we can have a little bit more fun on the. There's a steep hill, and we can drive up and down the hill.
Yeah, I love more fun. You really like trust the test drivers like me.
I do trust you, yes. With my life, actually.
Yeah.
Don't go too early because this is going to be very bumpy.
Oh, right.
So just wait a little bit and then
Yes.
go out there. Could have tried that with the eActros also, but I'm too scared.
Yeah.
I think I'm also not allowed.
Let's not break the limit.
But we are going to the
Left.
left.
Yeah.
And then we are driving up that hill.
Oh.
And you can try the
We have the power mode on.
the power, and you can also, when we're driving downwards, you can try how good the
Retarder.
engine brake works.
Yes. Should I drive like slowly?
You can also drive. There's nobody else, so you can
Do a
drive as
jump.
fast as you want. You
Do
can
a
also stop. Maybe you stop and see how it starts again.
Sorry. Does it have an auto hold?
Yeah, it does.
In
Yes.
that one?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So now I'm safe. Leg is shaking.
Oh,
Wow. It just works.
wow.
I'm only using the retarder.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh, a bunny.
A rabbit.
Oh yeah, we have lots of rabbits here.
We also have a blood cleaning center when you drive them over. When you hit the bunny.
No.
So I go.
This is, you can also drive the other way and come here and then turn around. So just go one more here.
I'm still sweaty from the.
I was not prepared. It just happened.
Can we turn down the heat?
Yeah, can we?
Yeah, sure.
the-
It's
On the climate control.
here, just the minus.
Hey.
Oh,
Ju-
minus.
temperature, just
Yeah,
minus.
of course.
Mm.
There.
Mm.
Low.
Yeah.
Low fire.
Love.
Do I go right?
Just, yeah, go up the small hill.
What's the kullersten? What type of road
This
is
one
that?
here?
Yeah.
I think it's
Mimic the streets.
so you go in 2 lines. So if you brake,
it's gonna
one is more
adjust.
slippery
Yeah,
than
one
the
tire
other.
on the asphalt
Yeah.
and one tire on the
And you
rocks.
can probably also just make it wet by one point.
So what is a retarder? How does it work?
On this one here,
Yeah.
it's not a retarder, it's just the regeneration through the axle. So the axle goes in the other direction, and then it generates energy back into
The battery.
the batteries. But that means if you are entirely full, there's not much retarder possibility. So, but after you drove for a few miles, you can really start using this. So this is why we also had this gray pop-up, that it's not perfect. And when it's really totally full, it might get a yellow pop-up saying, "Hey, now you can use it, but it's
not gonna do anything."
Yeah. Not
Okay.
Where's where you see how the brakes are charging?
It's at status.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
So you see the battery here? I'm educating.
Yeah, very good.
And when I'm braking, it's gonna charge the battery
Show
from
us.
the brakes. I'm gonna show you.
Show
You see now,
Oh, it's gentle.
it's working.
So it's bakhjulsdriven.
Rear wheel drive. Yes, I think all trucks are.
What?
Are most trucks like backwards driven? How do you call it? They accelerate on
On the rear axle?
the rear axle.
Yeah, we only have the one rear axle which is driven. If you have a 6x2, the second one is only a tach axle without specific.
I understand that.
It's a good view here.
Really? Ooh, I see it. It's pulsing back.
It's very steep. What is it, 18%? The steps they feel very smooth.
Yeah.
It's like a little like, but I think it's hard to avoid. Very cool.
You want to go one more, or you're fine and want to go back?
I'm good, I think.
Yeah. You also?
Yes.
Okay. And we go here.
Here.
This is the exit.
Yeah.
Stop recording.
Yeah. So, what are the benefits of having an electric truck? A lot of truck drivers are still skeptical about electric vehicles, but why? In my opinion, I think we all should be more open-minded to new solutions to the trucking industry. A distribution truck, like the one I'm driving here, is perfect for running on electricity. The absence of a large rumbling diesel engine makes early morning deliveries as silent as can be for people who live in the city. And not to forget the driver comfort. It is incredibly comfortable to drive a silent truck. Lots of small braking in city traffic will charge up the battery a bit during the day, and when it's time for lunch, you can charge the truck battery on your break. So the charging stations need to be fairly close to where you work during the day. The eActros I am driving in this video has 3 batteries with a range of up to 300 kilometers. There is also an eActros with a 400 kilometer range, the eActros 400. It does take effort to invest in electric trucks, building charging stations, and learn a new way of working with the truck, and also making sure the electricity comes from a good source. Overall, I am very impressed with the comfort of this truck. And yes, it has been tested in cold, snowy weather. Mercedes took 3 eActros from Germany to Finland recently to see how they perform in cold weather, all with the power from public charging stations on the way. The eActros had no problem with the snowy roads, but it does of course need more power in the cold. But when you charge your truck overnight, you start with a warm battery and a warm truck. As for the digital mirrors, I felt comfortable driving with them, but they do take some time getting used to if you have only driven with standard mirrors before. These mirrors are the second generation of digital mirrors, and when you have a trailer connected like I have during the Actros L drive, the camera follows the trailer in the corners. But I think I do feel mostly comfortable with the standard mirrors for now. That said, I had a great time during this day, and I can definitely see myself in an electric Mercedes truck. Knowing myself, I would challenge myself to learn how to drive more and more fuel efficiently. Distribution trucks are a great start for the electric wave, and I can't wait to see what type of trucks that will come next, and how the infrastructure will improve for them. Nothing will change overnight, but it feels really cool that I get to be a part of this new era of the trucking industry. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you Daimler who invited me to this test drive.